Please take your seats.
Here is an honest movie review of the new Supergirl movie, which I've seen plenty of reviews saying how bad it is. Didn't follow the storyline, but here is an honest movie review of it. Now, let's start with, everybody kind of already knows that it wasn't directed by James Gunn. He is the executive producer of DC, or head of DC Studios. So he signed off on the script, signed off on the storyboards, signed off on the music, signed everybody's paycheck. Now, this is supposed to be a sequel movie or a background movie. Now, if you guys remember the post-credit scenes of Superman, that Supergirl crashes into the Fortress of Solitude, then says very drunkenly, "Where's my dog?" And Krypto flies and attacks her, pulls her all over the floor, and then I think it's robot number 4 says, "No wonder why he can't be controlled," is the way that she treats Krypto. Then the movie starts where, I'm not sure if it's a yellow planet or yellow sun planet or a red sun planet, but Krypto is walking around a room or a ship or whatnot, just like the movie trailer, first movie trailer was, and goes ahead and knocks a drink over, and he walks over and the liquid drips into the floor and sparks fly. Right? Then you see Krypto taking a whiz on the Daily Planet newspaper with Clark Kent, Superman. And I know the people that spoil and slow down stuff are going to tell you exactly what Krypto's pissing on Superman. And then you hear Supergirl say, or Kara say, "At least you got it on the paper." Well, if you actually look at the stupid stream that it went into the same port that sparked, and there's no sparks. There are so many continuity errors in this movie and graphic errors in this movie. Then also, for some reason, Supergirl's face really distorts. And it's not from stuntman, it's her face really distorts from her having closed eyes to squinty eyes to looks like her nose is plugged, that she's smelling something really bad. Then the other problem that I see with the movie is that it's written by someone that I guess doesn't know comic book movies, but again, James Gunn signed their paychecks and approved the script, approved everything. So it is like True Grit, the what the heck was it? Keanu Reeves, John Wick, and then a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy. And again, the villain, I mean, there's no character development on him. And then the other problems that I see with this movie is that the girl that she's helping for the True Grit is asking people in the bar to go ahead and ask for help. Now this big alien guy goes ahead and takes the weapon, goes to his horse type deal, and Supergirl, or Kara, she's not wearing a super suit, goes and asks the guy to give it back. She gets hit in the head with a mace, falls down, and goes, "Ooh, look, blood." Okay, you're on a red sun planet. You're human, basically. You get hit and there's blood, you're gonna be somewhat concussed. Alright. But she goes ahead and her 120-pound butt or 130-pound butt goes ahead and grabs the horse, kicks the guy off that's pretty heavy off the horse, then wakes up in her ship somehow with a thing about that big in her leg, right? Again, she is on our red sun planet. She is getting drunk. That she goes ahead and pulls this big thing out of her leg, and there's a hole about that size in there, dime-sized hole, and there's just a little drop of little blood dripping out of her leg. Okay, and it's not for another 10-15 minutes in the movie, or according to the stopwatch she has, that it's like a full 16 hours that she goes to another planet. So that kind of would be infected because it didn't show her bandaging it up or even her head wound. Alright. Then also I think in that same scene or the next scene, the main antagonist villain, she goes ahead and headbutts him, and she has little marks in her face, supposed to be thumbtack things. Then there's nothing on her face. Right? Then don't give me a talk about Lobo. God, I thought the prosthetics and everything were really bad for Jason Momoa for Lobo, and it looked horrible. And for a big budget, and I know people are talking about the Supergirl of Tomorrow comic book. I've never read it. I don't even remember seeing it. As soon as Superman went to the splitting of Red and Blue Superman Lightning, that I kind of stopped reading a little bit of it. But I kept the comic book thing. I mean, when I go to the movies, I go as a comic book fan. Then when they screw up, just like they did here, with the continuity, then there's no post-credit scene, no end credit scenes at all in Supergirl, but they did it for Superman. But again, then she gets hit with kryptonite style darts, and it shows that she easily pulls these out and shows her blood being corrupted with the kryptonite, then going ahead and healing up because she's in the yellow sun. So I mean, as a comic book fan, it definitely down. As a big budget movie fan, I wouldn't watch it again. But even with the Superman with I forget what his first name is, but Mr. Corn Sweat, it was forgettable. The only thing that was somewhat really fun to see was Krypto in the movie. I would say Krypto is the only real entertaining thing in both movies, and maybe Mr. Terrific in the original or the first Superman. But the other thing that I do gotta put out, because there's a lot of people that hate these movies or hate the superhero movies and the Spider-Man movies, is you do know, especially in Superman, there's Action Comics Superman, there's the Man of Steel, there's all these titles. Same thing with Tom Holland's Spider-Man is Spider-Man, Brand New Day, what is it? I forgot the other ones, but the Spider-Man, somewhat memorable. But the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire was definitely the original Spider-Man. The Tom Holland Spider-Man is the other books of Brand New Day, the little one-off books. than a Amazing Spider-Man with Garfield. So each title of the movie was a different version of the Spider-Man comic series. Same thing with the DC, same thing with the Batman series of comics. But you guys got to realize this. And again, the Supergirl is forgettable, just like the Superman movie. And the only movies that I definitely remember from the Superman that I still remember even after all this time is the original Superman from 1978, and all 4 of them. And hate to tell you, but I enjoy each and every one of them because I go as a comic book fan, or watch it. Then once they do something just like the worst Superman that I believe ever, 2 of them, is Steel with Shaquille O'Neal, then also the Superman Returns with the whole island of kryptonite that Superman's able to, with still kryptonite in his body, throw it into space. But thanks for watching my long movie review and kind of continuity errors of Supergirl, but James Gunn definitely signed off on this. There's no post-credit scene, not linking to the Man of Tomorrow Superman movie or any other DC property. So I guess James Gunn definitely knew that it was going to be a bad movie, but we already kind of put it in line. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Thank you.
Please like, share, and subscribe.